I am Chylli from channel Chylli, also known as Chai, and we are back for more Lobotomy Corporation, day 47. Alrighty, here we are in the game, ready for day 47, and we will just get right into it here. I really need to get a new mouse, goddamn. I cannot believe I just threw that entire round because my mouse clicked when I didn't even click. I am so pissed off right now, genuinely. Alright, we're probably going to need a retry again. That's really annoying. My first run was going really good too. I hate that I accidentally hit the buy-in. It's not even that I did, it's just my mouse clicked when I didn't even do it. This game is starting to really piss me off. I forgot there was a meltdown going on because I was so distracted by the fact that Bacon will be Bad Wolf and managed to eat one of my guys. I don't know how that happened. I thought this day was going to be a breeze. All he had to do was last until meltdown level 6, and that is really easy, but I'm having really bad luck right now. God, why am I so fucking stupid? I swear to God. You know what? I don't even care that the macro invalidates everything. I am so annoyed right now. You know, sometimes I forget why I enjoy playing this game, I'm gonna be honest, because this is not fun at all. not a big fan when my entire facility dies to a single attack that is really fucking annoying. Okay, yeah, I was not expecting this level to be this bad at all. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. We are running out of time here. I am getting anxious a little. You know what? I am going to run through a couple times and try to work up as much energy as possible. And yeah, I'll see you guys when it's like level 6 and I've got like almost all the energy probably. So yeah, I will see you guys, and well, it will be a while for me, but it will be instant for you, so alrighty, I think we're getting pretty close to the end now. Where's the second one? I'm only seeing this one up here. Okay, well, I lost again. That's really cool. Woo. Alright, I believe I have one more bar to go, so... Give me a moment, I need to check something really quickly. Alright, we're going to order them to work on all of the abnormalities and hope that is enough to push us through the next bar. Thank Christ that is over. Holy shit, I had like 7 or 8 off-camera attempts and it took fucking forever. I'll probably include like one of the off-camera attempts, but I am not including all of them because that would be another like hour or two, so yeah. You remember when we still knew the warmth of the sun, we became too cold to continue cherishing such a thing. No, in fact, we were meant to bask in such warmth in the first place. You feel it too, don't you? I can see you already feeling the nostalgia in the air right as you stepped into the room. There's a tale of two doors, those two doors that never wanted to be opened but had to be. Hey, it's me, are you in there? Can I come in? I didn't want to listen to what would come next, I wanted to pretend I wasn't in the room, because I knew that she was going to tell me. Sometimes her thoughts could be extremely reckless. It really frightened me whenever she did that. I saw her eyes right after opening that door. She walked into your lab and started illustrating her hypothesis, carefully yet decidedly. You wanted to tell her it was preposterous, but like always, she had you persuaded. You had no choice but to admit it was the only way. What made us, so upset was how much it hurt to listen to her put it so calmly, as if they was none of our business. And how much we loathed ourselves for just having to tolerate it. We just can't seem to get any further than this. However, we will break through somehow. We've got Carmen with us after all. Don't worry, I think it'll all work out. The biological scans show that Carmen is the fittest candidate, but we haven't run a precision test yet, though. If we want to find another candidate, we can always... Carmen can, Carmen is, Carmen would, Carmen. You should have been the one to die. The research wasn't bearing fruit, people were growing tired, yet their eyes glittered with expectation. She was on the edge, one more step would make her fall. Then that day when Enoch's breath stopped, she finally realized that her path was always in her sight. Just one glance below the fall, and she'd never lift her head again. She wouldn't respond, no matter how many times I yelled. Only the sound of flowing water filled the air. I kept yanking the doorknob like I were insane, yet I hoped it would never open. I hoped and prayed countless times. The first thing I saw when I opened that door was a pair of closed eyes. She stepped into the bath herself, so not a fragment of needless emotion, like guilt, would pile up on us. We saw with our own eyes so clearly. She was bleeding out and delirious, but she still held on to life. We violated her body with our own hands and buried her underneath the ground. Why was she so cruel, and why did we have to become so cruel? We asked this question without an answer to the toast that celebrated our success blossomed with death. However, I found a way to redeem us at long last. You have come to the right place. This is the room where she sleeps. Don't worry, she won't wake up with this much noise. Can you meet her again? Let's do it like this. Ask her, she who was always watching you from the beginning. I have something I should confess. I actually have a much weaker heart than everyone thinks. I always say stuff like count on me and just follow me in front of everyone, but I'm never sure about the things I do. If anyone were harmed or put in trouble because of what I do, I would definitely be shaken and end up hating myself. I know that. That's why I need to ask you a favor. No matter what I may become, please finish what I started. We humans have weak hearts. One crack and it will easily crumble. I am no exception to this, but you'll endure through it. There is only one way out and it'll never change. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Are you unsure? I have this routine I do whenever I'm afraid of the path I have taken. It's like being a plant, photosynthesizing. Ease up your tension and close your eyes. Yes, just like that. Make yourself as comfortable as possible so that your mind finds itself comfortable too. It tickles, no, but just wait. Now, fade away without a trace. Yes, I was the only one. I was the only one who could fulfill her ideal. I was the only one who could finish it. Only me. However, she never told me the path of hers would be riddled with such vicious thorns and spikes. This is the bucket created from Carmen's sacrifice. This bucket is the beginning and the end destination of this place. Cogito is endlessly produced here, spewing out life and death. When we saw that the bath was overflowing, we thought everything was over. However, we couldn't have been more wrong. She's alive right now as this. She saw every path we walked. In reality, her ideal was simply too grand in the first place, and our power too minuscule to fulfill it. She sacrificed everything of hers without a trace left behind, but you and I, we remember the things we've done to become a wing, to stay a wing. It was revolting at first, but you saw how we acclimated to it after the first few times. We flawlessly realized our hideous actions, just like all the other wings. No, not just that, we even evolved our own unique cruelty that can't be found in any other wing. The story of how human sacrifices are required to fulfill our ideal needed to be continued. We had to put on the guise of simply being manic about energy production. Though we know the truth too well, were we really only pretending while we were so indifferent toward the countless deaths? Probing and combing through the brain of a woman to blend into the world to evade the eye and the head? Throwing a person into the jaws of a monster just to gain some energy, reincarnating your colleagues just to make them live through the same agony again. Do you really think all those things any normal person would do? Yet we closed our eyes and ears and numbed ourselves. We eventually felt nothing for what we do. I named myself Abram to remember our sins, sacrificing the innocent. What did I even expect to achieve doing all this? Founding a showy corporation I don't even know anymore? Does it really matter at this point? No, it doesn't. We were wrong from the start. Our very existence is wrong. You and I, all that's left is for us is atonement. You already knew. You know we didn't meaninglessly embrace this pain. Tifereth knew that a long time ago. I guess that's why you always walked ahead of me. One day I realized that you too were looking towards somewhere with a clear vision, just like he did. I just didn't want to admit that I was lagging behind. I think that's why I was always so frustrated. I am the Sephira of the middle layer, head of the central command team. I can't afford to fall behind like that now, can I? That's the reason why I said I'll count on you and hold expectation. Promise to show me someday. And show the world the fruit of our pain and labor. You'll fall onto the ground no matter how much expectation and hope you have. You know what? Photosynthesis is for plants after all, things that actually take sunlight. It was never for something like you or I. Don't you know this already? We drove Carmen to death. We just saw that. I was always furious without any real reason. It just felt like I'm missing something, but I never knew what that something was. I vented this anger of mine in a rather bad way, as you saw. This madness without purpose would never go away. If you didn't stop me, it would have grown bigger and bigger. I would have eventually devoured me. Look, we are never going back to how it was before. The situation's changed way too much, but I was able to at least keep my promise with her because you stalked me at the very least. You also have to remember this. She would want you to protect what we have left rather than just languish in guilt. Yes, she entrusted us with what she's left, but we were not the person who Carmen thought us to be, no. The only person that believed in us was gone. There was no one left around us. Manager, do you know why I chose to join your small company instead of any other grander wings? Of course, Carmen's moving speech did pique my interest, not gonna lie. However, the decisive factor for me, it was because I liked how everyone here trusted Carmen. You know how meaningless the word trust is nowadays, don't you? That's not all, Manager. Carmen entrusted in you entirely until her moment of death. Everyone else who remained did too. Why do you think I decided to stick around with you until the end? Just look at you now. Everyone gathered here just for you, and they're waiting expectantly. How can you be so certain? Carmen lies here, neither alive nor dead. How can you walk toward the unpredictable future, leaving her behind here? We are obliged to remain trapped in the cycle of eternal punishment, yet still you want to reach for tomorrow. You want to escape this endless regret and atonement. There is only one final door past here that wasn't written in the story. It is one I cannot open. It only opens to those who are not soaked in regret. Think you can open it? Why do I see only darkness? Why does my voice not reach you at the finale? Man, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. The randomized work type and then having your stats makes it really difficult. yeah, we're just going to do the typical Gabura, just let the abnormalities out and kill her, and that's why I took none that slow down time. Such as Silent Orchestra or White Knight or anything, because I want time to go as fast as possible so we're not stuck here waiting forever. Yeah, that's where I'm going to end it for today's video. That was actual torture. I did not like that at all. And yeah, I will see you next time when we get on with suppressing the red mist or whatever. So yeah, bye!